We live? Okay, I think we're live. Hello, sorry, oh, I'll go make a tea right before the stream starts. 2 minutes to the stream starts. Fine, go make a tea. And then I spilled the tea. So I had to clean it. Ah. Whoops. All right, well, welcome everyone. Let's start off the the stream by thanking our Patreon supporters, who are all around this beautiful screen. Uh, I don't want to list them out. I'm lazy. Maybe I should. No. Well, you can see all the names. I'll give you a second to read through them. We have some new ones. Chris Moore and Clover, notably, are new. Everyone who's ever supported me is on this page. And we have some new Patreon tiers here. So I set up Patreon tiers a little while ago. So I themed them around the doku. Oh my word. What a surprise. So we have in the arrows tier, palindrome tier, chaos construction tier, Renban tier, region sums tier, and cage tier. If they killer cage tier, if they seem like weird values, it's because they're in Canadian, and I set them up to be American normal values because I figured that's most of the audience, so why not? And what's included in the arrows tier, I don't know if anyone, or if anyone, I'm sure anyone knows, but I'm not sure everybody knows that at $1 you can get behind the scenes content, votes on interview candidates, shout out during every stream. I've mostly been shouting out on the setter spotlights in the past, but I think I'll make sure to shout out on every single stream. And supporter Discord channel access. And I do that manually just so you know, in case you sign up and you're like, why isn't it doing behind the scenes involves cats? Not yet, but I could put up cat content if people want. That's cool. And there's lots in the supporter Discord channel. I ask opinions every now and then. So you have like some one-on-one interaction with me and other Patreon supporters or supporters of the channel through Ko-Fi or whatnot. Palindrome tier, and I'll let people know like if I'm planning on something in the Discord channel, so they know before anyone knows. The palindrome tier is the same as the arrow tier, except that you get to recommend one pool puzzle, and it can't be by yourself. So I think it's okay to recommend puzzles by yourself, of course. Like it's normal to want to do that, but I think just in the spirit of community and like recommending other people's puzzles, and I don't know, promoting your friend's work and actually going out and solving puzzles, I'm just making it so that the lower tiers recommend other people's puzzles. So one puzzle, if you want to pay an extra, I think it's like another $1.50 or something like that in American. Chaos construction tier is the same stuff, but you recommend 3 pool puzzles, again, by different authors. And then Renban tier is just like $1 more than chaos construction tier, and you get to recommend your own puzzles as well. Region sum tier is like $50, and that you get a bunch of stuff for. I don't really expect anyone to go for the $50 or $100. Or I think this is not $50. This is like $45 or something, and then this is like $80 US. Canadian dollars are in the trash can apparently. But you get a special thank you puzzle creation, so I'll create a puzzle for you specifically. You get everything else that everyone else gets, and you get to choose a puzzle. So instead of just recommending pool puzzles, because obviously the pool is going to get a little bit big after a while, then you can like choose a puzzle for me to solve. And you also get to choose one interview subject. So in addition to the voting system, you can just choose someone and I'll interview them. And then the highest one, you get your own interview video. You get to recommend 3 pool puzzles. You get to choose three puzzles for me to solve. You get a special thank you puzzle creation and a setting video on that puzzle. And yeah, I think you get to choose an interviewee, just like the other one. Yeah, so both of them get to add an extra interviewee. on. So that wouldn't even be in the like, I'm interviewing this many people, we're going to interview 10 people, and then if you had paid for this, then we would add it to 11, 12, or whatever. So an extra person. All right. Well, I'm sure that's all very boring, and we can move on to the actual puzzle solving part of the show. I think we're gonna start with a puzzle called Sudoku. Oh, Masudoku by three good 5U. I don't think I've solved a 3 good 5U puzzle on the stream before. Is the right thing? Yeah, it is. But I've solved one off stream, and it was very good. Yeah, I totally pronounced that completely wrong. Some honey in there, and I cannot taste it at all. I don't know. Maybe I spilled all the honey out. Sitting as a top layer just spilled out. I'm gonna move this down a little bit because I feel like I'm treading water here. Like, oh, that's not the right way. There we go. And then bring this down. I don't know. Is it a problem if the top of my head sometimes gets cut off? Probably not. Or wait, I can do this. I can do this and then put you guys above me. Oh. Except we want those above the chat. There we go. That works because now you can see my head, but it's behind you. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess. Did the CTC features come out earlier now? Oh, 3 good 4 5U is well known in the making. Mario Maker. That's kind of hard to say fast. Mario Maker community. Okay, let's read through these rules before I lose my mind. Okay, regular Sudoku rules apply. All right, let me restart the time so I actually know what time it's at. Okay, regular Sudoku rules apply, blah, blah, blah. Draw a single non-branching loop, orthogonally moving loop, non-branching orthogonally moving loop in the grid that passes through every cell. So just, I guess we need to turn on the pen tool to draw a loop. Something that is edge only, I guess. Like this would be a, oh, that's not orthogonally. Like that would be a orthogonally non-branching loop in the grid. But obviously that's not through every circle. But yeah, if we had gone through every circle, then every circle, yes. I think I said every cell. That's very, very important. Welcome, everyone. Good to see some familiar names in the chat. Do that so I get to see how many people are around. Okay, so we have to go through every circle. Loop may border itself, so the loop can touch itself, but not enter a cell more than once, as in non-branching. So basically what that's saying is that the loop can touch itself. So let's draw a silly little loop here that goes through all of these, and we can touch itself. So right here and here, it's touching itself. So that's okay. It's okay for this loop to touch itself. So it's a naughty loop, as Simon would say. A circle's digit is the total number of cells before the loop's next. Oh, this is confusing. A circle's digit is the total number of cells before the loop's next turn. Circle's digit is the total number of cells before the loops. Okay. And after its previous turn. Oh, that's whack. Including itself and the cells in which those turns occur. Okay, we're going to need an example here. So let's look at an example. I think that works. Okay, so pop quiz. What digit goes in here? It's a pop quiz for me too, I guess. I think 4, because the total number of cells before the loop's next turn and after its previous turn, which means they're equal, I suppose. And it includes itself and the cell in which those turns occur. So you might say 2, but it actually includes those 2 cells as well. So I think this would be 4. And we couldn't do that because then this would be both a 4 and a 5, and I can't get those 2 into the same cell. I mean, we're not dealing with Schrodinger cells, I don't think. We're not done the rules, but I don't think we're dealing with Schrodinger cells. Someone make that puzzle. White circles contain even digits, so I think this is the only white circle. So that is even. We can just blue it if we want. They must be passed through in a straight line. That means that they must be passed through like that. But the loop must turn in the previous and or next cell. So if this loop went straight like that, then this would have to turn, either up or down. And it just has to be on one end. So either this is turning or that's turning. And this could go straight, or they could both turn. It doesn't matter. There's no one of them turns and one of them doesn't. There just has to be at least one turn. Black circles, which I don't think there's any black circles in the grid yet, but we'll get there. Black circles, let's just pretend this circle was black. Black circles contain odd digits, so 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. I don't think I said the even digits, but I think you know what even and odd are. Black circles contain odd digits and must be turned upon. So turned upon just means it turns. And the loop must travel straight through the next and the previous cell. So that just means that it does this. It can't turn right away. It needs to go straight in the next and previous cell. If the circle is gray, which all the rest of the circles are, other than this one white circle, then its identity is left for the solver to determine. So we need to figure out which of these gray ones are black and which of them are white, which may be determined by their parity, either even or odd, or whether or not the loop turns or doesn't turn in them. Additionally, the loop acts as a region sum line. For each pass through the 3x3 box, the digits must sum to the same total. If the line passes through the same box more than once, then each instance is summed separately. So let's say that the box or the loop did something like that. Then these 2 cells, well, actually, let's do that. And let's put an 8 here. Then these 3 cells add to 8, these 2 cells add to 8, these 2 cells add to 8, and these 3 cells add to 8. So in each box along the line, the segment within the box sums to that digit. If this was the end of the line, which of course it's not a loop, but you know what I mean. If this were to do that, then, and this was a 7 or something, then these would add to 15, 15, 15, 15. Hello, Dorlil. Dorler? Yeah, Dorler. Words. Okay, I think that's everything. Now let's try the puzzle. So we've already marked this as even. We can fill in 2, 4, 6, 8, and there's already a 2 in the box, so we know that. And we know, I think, like, let's just say this is black, right? Then since the digit in the circle is the number of cells from the circle to the next turn, black circle can never have a 1 in it, because if it did have a 1 in it, then it would need a circle, well, it would need to turn in its own cell, right? Wait, does it turn in its own cell? Then all black circles would be 1, right? It's the next turn, not this turn. Yeah, it's the next turn. Okay, so none of the circles can be 1s. Oh, and oh, that's weird. What happens with the white circle? Because you need to turn in the next cell. Wait, doesn't that mean that all... Oh, the cells in total. Ah, I was about to say, doesn't that mean that every white circle is 2, but this white circle is not 2? Well, thank you, Wisteria, because you just saved me from immediately breaking the puzzle. Uh, okay, so let's consider something like this, and then we'll figure this out now. So, right, so this means that the digit in the circle is this number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, not 3. Okay, that makes more sense. My pop quiz was invalid before, I'm sorry. If you failed on the pop quiz, don't worry, we'll regrade. We'll regrade it. Yeah, they can be different lengths. So let's choose a different example just to show what Nell is talking about. So this is 4, 5, 6. So that would be a 6. And of course, there can be different lengths. Clark's food dish is on the ground from this morning, and Benny is looking out of it, even though it's completely empty and has been for hours. But I don't know. I guess he smells something. All right. So that means that all the white circles are not just 2. It does mean that none of the circles are 1, because that would mean that it turns in its own cell, but also it can't be 1. It just can't be. It's by the rules. Okay, what about 3? 3 would mean it was something like that, right? Because that would be 1, 2, 3. And these are both turning. And the loop can touch itself. It's a naughty loop, so 3 is possible. Oh wait, no, 3 is not possible. Because we know that if it were a 3, it would be odd, so then it would have to be a black circle. And black circles always look like this. So black circles are at least 5. So the 1 and the 3 can immediately be ruled out just by the rules itself. So let's 4 to 9 is the only possible values for circles. There are not very many clues in this puzzle. Four to 9. So this one only has one possible odd digit because we have these 5 and 9 placed here. So it's saying that there's only one possibility where this is a black circle. Oh my word. Black circle, which would look either like that or like that, because we can't go 2 cells to the left. And it would have to have 7 cells, so it need to have... We could do that by doing like that, or like that. Which both seem possible. So I'm not sure we can rule out 7 here. Oh, well, we can rule out this being a white cell, because if this is a white circle, then it would go straight through, and straight through leads right off the grid. So this needs to be a black circle, which needs to have that at least. Now, if it was 5, they would both turn in like that, which is acceptable, but definitely don't want to do that or anything. So we know it does that at least. Oh, so that's at least 5 cells. So the sum for there's so many things going on, I'm losing track of everything. So the region sum line is now at least a sum of 15, because 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, 5 cells is at least 15. And if it was a 5 cell, or if this was a 5, then it would have to turn in, and then the sum would be at least, what would that be? 28? Yeah, 28. Just trying to refresh my memory of what is it? Triangular sums. So 28, that seems like a lot. That can be done in 4 cells. And it can't be done in 3 cells, no way. So then, because the most you could get in 3 cells would be 7, 8, and 9, which is only 23, 24, 24. Okay, so we do know that. That is true. Okay, so what about these two? Can we figure out if these two are white or not white based on the fact that we know this is white? Doesn't have to like visit every box or anything, right? No, it doesn't. It does visit quite a few boxes, we know, from the circles, because it has to visit every single circle. Is it possible that both of these are black? Because at least one of them, well, either this line does that or that. If it did that and this was black, it would have to do that exactly. And then if this was black, it would have to go there. Seems possible. So let's just try not to do random things and actually think. I'm trying to get to the warmed up place where I'm actually thinking, you know? We have 15. It has to be at least 15. Can't do 15 in 1 cell, but we weren't really planning on going into a box and just leaving right away. Most of these are in a place where we have to go at least 2 cells in. Weird that it can touch itself. It's like, it's messing me up because I keep thinking things like this might be impossible because then it might have to touch itself. But of course it can touch itself. So we're not too restricted by the fact that it actually does not apply to that rule. How about 9 over here? 9 would mean that it would have to go quite a ways straight. I don't know, it doesn't feel... It's weird because there's so many restrictions here that it feels like it should be really restricted, but there's not very much information in the grid, so it doesn't actually feel that restricted at all. I guess we have a 2 in one of these 3 cells. Don't know how important that is, but it's true. Because of these 2 2s, and this can't be a 2. Oh, even digits are quite interesting. Okay, wait. This can't... If this goes up, this can't be a black cell, because then we would have to do something like that, and... Well, that's only 3. That's not 4. So we can't do that. And what about... Ooh, that's interesting too, because even if it's... Even if this is white, if it comes up, then because it goes straight through, because if this is white, so if this is also white, then it comes straight through, and then we have to turn here, but of course we have to turn here because that's the end. And also this didn't turn, because we went straight through because it's white. So then, wouldn't that just make them both 4? Yeah, that would just make them both 4. So that's impossible. But didn't we just say this can't be black if this goes up? So it can't be black or white if this goes up. So it can't go up. Ah, nice. So it goes this way. And I think we have the exact same problem if we do that, because This, of course, has to turn because it didn't turn here. And this, of course, has to turn if it didn't turn there. So therefore, that would mean that these would both be 4s, because this is 4. Which, obviously, we can't have 2 4s in the same row, so that's not possible. So this has to be black. How are we going to do that? I guess we can do that. And then it has to go up like that. This can't be even. I'm just not going to color because I don't think we need to color that many things. We can just write in that it's odd. And of course, that means that this can't be white because then it would have to go straight through and then it would branch. So this has to be black as well. It means that it has to be even. Or odd. Whoopsie. Misspoke there. And this does turn here. So, and if it turned here as well, then it would be 3 and not an even digit. So it has to continue at least to there. And if it did turn now, then it would be 4, so that's okay. Oh, I forgot to put the black circle around there. And that back to green so I don't start drawing black lines. Oh, now we have 2 cells in here. Which means that, well, Benny's actually very cute right now. I wonder if I can get him in the webcam. Here, let me move his cat tower. He won't mind. There we go. Excellent. Cat cam. The screen's a little bit down. I guess I can move the webcam instead of the screen. That would be probably smarter. Yeah. Obviously, the top of my head is nothing compared to this content. Okay, so these 2 cells now have to sum to the same as these 5 cells. Well, that means that this can't be a 2. In fact, this can't even be a 5 because these sum to at least 15 now. So this is 6, 7, 8, or 9. It could be 6 and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 already. So this could be 6 and 9 if this was 15. If we added 2 cells in here, that would be 28, and we couldn't make 28 in 2 cells. So actually we know that this can't be a 5 anymore. That's very nice. What if we just go 1 cell? What if we did that? We did 1 extra cell. Then the minimum would be 21, and 21 in 2 cells is also not possible. So we can't turn in here at all. We have to go straight. Which already fulfills our 7, but we're not sure. Oh, we should have put a black border around that one. Yeah. Fulfills our 7 already, but we're not sure if this is 7 or 9. It can be 7 now because it already is 7, but. So what else do we know? Hello, Ish2s. I always feel like I'm saying every name wrong. Oh, if this went up, then... Hey, Carl, how's it going? If this went up, if we joined these 2... if we joined these 2, then that would be 6 cells, which sum to at least 21, which means that we can't make them the same as 2 cells. So this cannot join upwards. I think we could still go down. That would mean... Well, if we went down and then out, of course, then that would mean that we have 4 cells that add to at least 15, and 3 cells that add to at least 15, so that would be 30 in 7 cells. So then these 2 cells would add to 5, which is possible, 2 and 3, so I think we're okay with that going down. But this could also go straight, of course, because... Wait. Did it go straight? That would mean that these 6 cells would add to at least 30. which felt okay at first. Oh, I got 5 mixed up with I got 5 mixed up with 15. Okay, so so when I said that if this goes down and goes straight out, then these would add to 30, so these would add to 5. That was assuming the box adds to 35. But of course, I didn't know the secret because I haven't watched Crack and Cryptic in a while. Can you guys remind me what the secret is again? Something about 1 to 9. Yeah, okay, so 1 to 9, sum to 1. Oh yeah, this is 17 minimum now. You're right. So we have 17 minimum now because if this was 15 minimum, then we would have to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But of course, this is a 7, not a 1, 2, 3, or 5, 7 or 9. So this is 17 minimum now, which means that we do have that these add to 17, which has to be an 8 and a 9. Yeah. So if we had 17 times 2, that would be 34. So these would have to add to 11, and they can't because there's a 9 in the row. Ooh, that's tricky. That is tricky. That's very tricky. So this can't go down. As aforementioned reasons, we can't go up because those 6 cells could not add to 17. Nicely placed 9 in row 9? Yes, the nicely placed given 9. I was like, I can place a 9 in row 9? There's already a 9. There's a 9 on here now. Might be important. Right, so this has to continue because it can't go up and it can't go down. Can this cell go left now? Think maybe? It's tough because no, it can't. It can't go left. It can't go left. Oh, if it closes the loop. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, it could go left if it closes the loop. If we did something like that, it would work. But if we didn't close the loop, we would have to do that, which meant that these 2 cells add to 17, but they can't because there's no 9. So if this is not closing the loop, then we can't go left. Good spot, Nordy. Almost there, but not quite. No dice. Let's look at this 9. So we have 5 cells here, and this is 2 more cells. So we have 7 cells. We need 9 cells. Oh, I meant to press this. No 8 or 9 up here anymore. Oh, now this can't have a 9, because if it had a 9, then it would be more than 17, and we know that it is 17. So we have 7 and a 1, 2, 3, 4. That means that there's a 9 over here because of this 9 down here. And that also means that since it's 7, it has to turn, and it can't turn off the grid, so it has to turn in. That's useful. This can't be a 7 anymore, so the only odd digit it could be would be a 5. What else do we know? We know... Can we now rule out 7 here? Somehow? No. No, turning off the grid is so boring, yeah. So cliche. We can... Okay, so some things we could think about doing, like, if this couldn't go 2 cells over, then we could expand this one upwards, but since this can go 2 cells over, we can get all our 9s, so we can't make that go up. What about this? Could this turn in? Could this be a 5? 5 plus 9 is 14, which would mean the other cell needs to be a 3. That doesn't look good. What about this? What about these 3 cells? These 3 cells need to add to 17. If we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so this can't be a 4. We have 6 or 8 with 2 cells that can't have a 9 in them, or a 2. So if it's 6, then the other 2 cells need to add to 11. We could do 4, 7, 3, 8. If it's an 8, they have to add to 9, so we could do a 4, 5, or a 3, 6. Okay. That's not super helpful. Row 8, column 6. That one becomes 7 if row 8 loop is going... Oh! Good catch. So if this goes like that, then that in row 8 we have 7 cells here, not 6 or 8 cells. So actually, wait, we can never get 8 cells. We can never get 8 cells, so this is just a 6. So we can't, and also we can't, well, now we can just do this. So then this needs to go up 1, because that will give us the 9, and then it needs to turn. So it can't go up, but I guess it can go either way. But now this can't come this way because, oh no, it can, because then it could close the loop. Ah! Oh, hi! We have the setter in the chat. Uniqueness? Okay, we said this, if this was 6, this could be 4, 7, or 3, 8. Row 5, column 7. Does it? Oh, duh. Duh. If it did this, then we would need another 8, 9 here, which definitely does not work, so then it has to go this way. Right. There's too many aspects. I keep forgetting one of them and then being like, what do you mean? But yeah. Oh, that it can't go down. Okay, so it can't go this way, but could technically go down. But then we would either need to double back, which seems possible. Well, we definitely can't do that, because that would mean bad things. If we double backed, then these 3 cells would have to add to 17, and last time I checked, 45 is not 17 divided by 3, so we do have to go up. Yes, 17 times 3 is 51, so that's not equal to the digits 1 to 9 summed together. So we have to go up, and if we went straight through here, like straight through here, then we would have to turn on this cell, because we didn't turn on this cell. And we can't turn this way, because then we'd have to double back, and then 17 times 3 is not 51. So we would have to turn this way. So either we do this, or we do this. This sad little end cannot seem to get connected. Or, sorry, or we come here, and this has nothing to do with it. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine that it would be difficult to get this to do what you want it to. Can row 6, column 2 turn right? Like that? Or do you just mean like this in general? Well, I mean, or turn, like turn at all. Da, da, da. If it does this, then it breaks. Let's think here. So that would mean that these two have to sum to 17, and one of them would be a 7. So unless 10 can go in that cell, we can't do that. So the only way this could be a 7 is if this does this, which would put 5 cells in this box, which would mean these 4, and this would be a 7. So these 4 cells would need to be 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is possible, I think. I think that's possible. Not seeing any reason why. But so that's the only way that can be a 7. But otherwise, we have to go. Can we do that? And is this a possibility? That seems like really weird. That seems like it's going to give too many cells in this box. So if we did that, and this went up, that would be way too many cells in this box. Like that's like all the box. So this would have to go down probably. This couldn't go down because then it would have to go that way, and then it would be one cell. So it would have to go either that way or that. And that puts too many cells in the box, I think. Unless somehow you did something like this. I don't know. Seems possible, but unlikely. Seems like this is probably the most likely one, but I don't know. Maybe we're looking at the wrong area. Okay, we may be looking at the wrong area. So let's look at this one maybe. Can this one be 9? Because we don't have. Wait, if this joins up with this, let's think about this cell. This cell, yeah. So then that would be the turn. So we'd have, what's that, 5, 6, 7? Nah, that seems possible. I thought it was going to be more interesting than that. What about if this goes here? Then it would have to be 5 cells, which would have to be, since there's a 5 in the box, it would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, which again seems possible. And it can't double back. It can't go down because then it would have to go through here, and then we would have the same problem where 17 times 3 is 51. So what happens here? Maybe I'll move this up. Yeah, you guys don't need to see everything. If you wanted to see more, you look at the chat. Okay, so this went. No, that's not true. Can this be 5? Probably. Can this be 4? Probably. Okay, so we need the other 2 cells in here to add to 8. So it's either 7 and 1. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't have to be these digits. And even row 1, column 7. Oh, that's right, because if we did this, like that's the most cells we could get before turns. weirdly possible. That would be 6, wouldn't it? Oh wait, that's not odd. 6 is not odd. There's too many rules. Yeah, we can't do. There's not 6 cells in this row. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Carl. This is either 4 or 5. Okay, so let's look at what were we just looking at? I swear we were looking at something interesting. I swear I'm doing this puzzle. Right, this one. How can this go up? Oh, can it only see 6 cells? You're right, it can only see 6 cells. Sorry, sorry, Alima, I must have missed your point. Or Doomdiat. You have similar profile pictures as Illuminate. Oh, Olima. That's what his name is. Or her name is. I don't actually know. Yeah, so this would be the maximum cells that this could see before turning if it was black, because we can't do this. I mean, even if we did that, that's only 6 still. So, in fact, if this was a black cell, then it would be 6 or less. So it can't be a black cell, and it's a white cell, which I guess we're going to do with that, even though... Oh, wait, we do have white. There is a white. Oh, no, there isn't a white. I thought I saw a white there, but there's no white. We can color it white. Done. It's done. So, so how can this go up? Why can't it go up? Am I missing something? Leverly plays 5. Yes, absolutely. The 5 and the 9 are definitely... I thought that was probably signaling this was probably not a 7, but maybe it was signaling that it had to be a 7. If this goes up, I don't see why it can't do that. This would be a 4. I mean, we can't link these up now because that would be too many cells. So we'd have to, like, we don't have to do that exactly, but we have to make these separate sums, you know? Can only be 4. Well, if it does that, yeah, that's maximum 5. So it can only be 4, for sure. That's true. That is true. Yeah, I was kind of looking at this and saying that seems implausible as existing because we can't go down, right? Or we could do that, right? Could we do that? I'm just, I worry that that's a little bit too far Wisteria in terms of like, there seems to be a lot of steps uh, in this chain, you know? That isolates a segment. We don't have to go down. We could do that. Oh, but then how is this doing? Wait, this would have to go up, right? Because then we'd have to get this out without being a 1 cell. Could be 2 cell though, right? Yeah, this is just it's too much. It's too much. Now the 4 is only 3? What does that mean? Uh, oh, the 4 is only 3. Ah, right. That's the easy way to disprove that. Because if it was 4, then this couldn't go right. Okay. And this can't go up, right? We know that. Because then we would either have 6 or we'd have 6. Or 7, I guess that is. So this would have to go down, which means that we have to do that, which means this is either going up there and being a 1 cell there, or that can't. Okay, so then it's only 3. Okay, that's really hard. I think that's pretty hard. But I guess that means that it can't be horizontal. It's a little bit more elegant, but it's still a little bit. I feel like there might have been something else intended there. Now this has to turn. It can't go in because then we would have the same problem for 17. Does not sum 251. And now we know that these can't link up because that would leave only 3 cells. We need at least 4 cells to add up to the difference between 17 and 45. So this cannot link up. I think it can. No. Maybe? Yes. It could do that, right? Maybe. I don't know. Hello, Lakia. Okay. I feel like a different way of describing it would be more settling to me. But I don't know. Box 8 line can't enter box 7 now. Absolutely, that's true. So this has to go up. What else do we know? What else do we know? We know that this is 3 cells adding to 17. What do these add up to? So 17 times 2 is 34. So then these have to add to 11. Yeah. So these 2 cells add to 9. 9. Okay, so if it was... Is there any one... Okay, so 3 and 6 we obviously can't do. 2 and 7 we can't do. 1 and 8 we can do, I think, and 4 and 5 we can do. I'm just trying to think about these. I mean, obviously these don't directly break these, but maybe they break this or something. No, that's stupid. Well, 8 has to be in one of here, so then we either have 8 and 3 or 8 and 1. Can 1 go with the 9? If 1 goes with the 9, we have to have 9, 1, and 7. That's possible, obviously. Okay, well, I think we're barking up the wrong tree here. Row 4, column 2. I am also 99% sure it's forced, but I am not 100% sure. If it goes up, that's 8 and 9, and that's an 8, 9. So then this would have to have 3 cells, but we can't do that without just running into that, right? Because if we only had 2 cells here, then we would need another 8, 9. But we can't have 3 cells in here without just closing the loop. So we need to do that. Which means that this needs to come out because it can't join. And surely we can't do that, right? Well, then we'd have to do that, and that would be 1 cell, 17 cells. So that doesn't work. This has to come out. If this goes up, I think we have the same problem where we have to close the loop, so that can't go up. It has to come up into here. We have so many loop ends in now box 5. We need to figure out some way to resolve that. This is 4, so these two add to 13. So 5, 8, 6, 7. 5, 8, and 6, 7. Well, that has a massive effect over here. I guess we can just fill those in and just think about... That's 5 and 8. Then 5 and 8 have to be down here. Yes, that's possible. I don't see why not. Yeah, I don't see why not. So, I mean, there's not a lot. Okay, so if the 9 was in here and not here, obviously these 3 add up to 11, right? So if there was a 9 there, then we'd need the other 2 cells to add to 2, right? That doesn't work. So this has to be a 9, doesn't it? Let me just double check that. So these add to 34. So these have to add to up to 11. The 9 can't go here, can't go here. If it was here, then these 2 would have to add to 2. So it's not. So this is not. Nice. So these 2 add to 8. We know they can't have before. It's useless. Okay, so well, we know this one can't do that because then we couldn't make that work. What else do we know? Leftovers in box 4. They add to 11. They can't have a 4. Can only have a 7 in a very specific circumstance. Two line segments add to 36. Don't they add to 34? 17 times 2? Am I stupid? 17 times 2 is 34, isn't it? Yeah, 18 times 2 is 36. I think you need to recheck your math. Like, yeah. Row 4, column 4 direction is now forced. Go up. We can't join these, so we'd have to do that. Or something like that. It seems very implausible that that goes up. But I'm not seeing why it has to go down. It's instantly broken. Am I stupid? Because if we did like that, right? Oh, I was so focused on box 2 that I didn't realize that that would leave one cell to sum to 17. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so down is broken because then... Right, because these two can't join up. So we'd have to have 3 different sums to 17, and 3 times 17 we've established several times is 51, which is not 45. So this can't go that way, it can't go up, so it has to go this way. Excellent. Lots of work. Is it possible that this doesn't go like with that? You know, it could go like that maybe, but I'm finding it hard to believe. Well, this can't do that, obviously, because then this would be stuck. But I'm finding it hard to believe we can do that because then, well, that's stuck again. So then, yeah, this has to join with this, whether it joins like that or whether it joins just like that. And this can't go that, oh, yes, it could go that way. But these obviously has to join together, right? Because otherwise we'd have 3 different things summing to 17, and again, we have that. That would be a problem. And if, right, Carl has it. Carl has it. If we did this, then we would have to do that, and now we don't have any cells in the box which are unvisited. But 17 times 2 is also not equal to 45. So we can't do this, we have to do that. Now this could go either way, I think, as Wisteria is saying. Or wait. No, she's saying you can't go up. Well, now we know that this is an 8, 9. So that can't be a 9, that can't be an 8, that can't be an 8, that can't be a 1, that can't be a 3. And we know that this can't go up because, well, then we'd have three different sums of 17. But also, that would mean that this would be an 8, 9 as well, which we know can't happen. So I think I'm going to do that because it's either that or it's that. I don't know which one it is, so I'm just going to do that for now. And we know that these cells are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. And one of these 2 cells. Don't let me forget to fix this. Okay. Well, this cell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we did that one as well, that would be 6. So that's 5. Oh, okay. Well, we don't have to remember it now. So, yeah, you'll remind me right now. Thank you. Good reminder. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 as well. And these 2 cells have to be a 5, 6, and they're, oh, my word. Yes, yes, thank you. Thank you. Okay. So this is either 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, or it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, because there's two ways to get to 17 with 5 cells. And the leftovers have to sum to 11. So it's either 5, 6, or 4, 7. And, well, 5, 6 is not possible here, so it has to be 4, 7, which places the 7 and the 4. And then this has to be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, not the other thing that I said it was. Moment of panic. So that's an 8 because of the 4 here. Wait, and the 5, right? Because we got that just a second ago. That's a 9 because that took the space of the 9, and there's a 9 in this column. So this is a 4, this is a 7, this is a 1, and this is a 3. Nice. Beautiful stuff. This is a... Oh. I was going to say this is a 2, but there's 2s over here too. This is very nice, yeah. I like this puzzle. I'm just bad at it, I think. I'm bad at all the rules. So there's 1, 2, 3, 7, and 9 in this column left. Only one of 1, 2, and 3. I thought that was going to give us more. I don't know why I did, but I really thought there was like something interesting about that. Row 1, column 7 seems super hard to fulfill. Why is that? Looks the same to me as it did before. So if it was white, then there would be 5 cells in this box. If it's black, there would be 5 cells in this box, right? Doesn't it do the exact same thing if it's white or black? Or wait, we could do that, couldn't we? That could work. We don't know that this goes to here. And we don't know that this goes this way either, so yeah, that's not true at all, really. Not true at all. Force now. Oh, well, we can't do that. That's not going to work because then we'd have to come out and then that would be way too many cells. So if it's black, it does that. And that means that's for sure. It has to go to row 1, column 6. Yeah, we got that. We just got that. And I mean, it obviously has to link up with this, right? If we do this, yeah, we could just link up there. Yeah, that would work. Box 2 definitely has 5 segments in it, so we can get rid of the 9 here. This is a 9 and a 7. I mean, this is for sure 5 segments because it either does that or it does that. Like, there's only 2 ways, really. I mean, we can draw this line segment, actually. And then we're not going to forget the 5, 6 possibility this time. There's no 7s in there. 1 or 3. Actually, 7 is impossible. Oh no, 7 is possible. There's always a 1, 2, and 3. What does that mean? The box 2 sums 217 a different way than... does it? I don't think so, because we can still put a 7. If we did this, we could still do 7 and 4. With a 4 here and a 4 here, I think. On box 7. We're coming down all the way to here. You need an 8. Do we? If we only had a 7, then we would need the other 2 cells to add to 10, but we couldn't because 4, 6 is not available because both the 4s are looking in here. So it does seem that we need an 8, right? Because we had a 6 and no 7 or 8, then 6, 5, and 4 do not add up to enough. That's only 15. So as Dorlil says, okay, good. I'm glad I'm not going crazy about this thing. So as Dorlil says, we have a sort of X-wing in here, so then these 2 cells are not 5, 8, they're a 6, 7. Means that, say that the 6 is up here and the 6 is over here. Put a 6 over here, which I guess we can think about the 8. The 8 goes with 2 cells that sum to 9. They're not 3, 6. They're not 4, 5. 2, 7 is pretty hard, but it's possible. And obviously 1, 8 doesn't work. So it's actually just 2, 7. And it is pretty hard, but it is possible. So this is 2, 7. The reason it can't be 6, 3 is because there's a 6 over here. The reason why it can't be 4, 5 is because the 4 is looking in. So this, no, 2, 8, not 2, 7. That is a 6. Those are not 6s, so that gives a 6, 9 pair. The 5, 8 pair, looking at the 2, 8, gives us a 2 and an 8. Now this has to be 1 or 3, which means that we need 17 here. This is already 9, so these add to 8. It's either 1 and 7, which it can't be, so it has to be 3 and 5. That's a 1. Sorry, I hope that wasn't too loud. Rift headphone users. Sorry about that. That's a 2 now from way before. 2's going here. Sorry, I don't understand what you mean, Carl. It's a little bit too complicated right now. I think I'm just going to wait and see if it does its own thing. But I'll come back to that if I need to, okay? What about this row? We need a 6, a 1, and a 4. Wow, that was so unhelpful. I thought that was going to be brilliant, but no. What about this row? We need a 1, a 3, and a 5. Aha! We did something. Okay. Moving on. Maybe we'll look at Carl's point now. Pencil mark 9 in box 3, already says. Oh, well, there's 9s that force 9 over here. So then we know something. If 4 did this, then it would have to have 5 cells, but the 9 would be on it, which is impossible. We can't do that. That would be minimum 19. So the 4 and the 5 both come to here, which means they both do that. So then this also has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't be 1, 2, or wait, something happened. There was a digit. Was there a digit that? Well, this is a 1. That's for sure. So that's a 6 and that's a 2. That's not a 1. Those aren't 2s, so that's a 5. Okay, that was your point. Good. That's a 3, that's a 2, that's a 4, that's not a 4, that's a 3, that's a 2, those aren't 2s, that's not a 4. Oh, look at that, that's a 5. Easy peasy, right? Just happens sometimes. Oh, now this has to be a 5 because we have the 6 on there. 8 and 5 go in. I almost said 6 out loud, even though I knew it was not. There's no 1s in there. That's not a 6, so that is a 1. This has to be the last digit in this column, which is a 3. That's a 5. That's not a 5. That's not 1. 1, 3 pair over here. Does nothing. That's not a 2, so that's a 2. 5 we now know is black, so we have to do that. Let's make that black for completion. And what else? This is now an 8 and a 4, which we can now place. 8 and 4 go in. Oh, that also told us that. This is 9 and 8. Hmm. 4 and 6 go over here. I feel like we should be able to get more black. Ah, yes, because it is 5, so it needs to turn. But it couldn't turn in there because then it would be trapped and also would not sum to 17. We could do that, but then we would be saying that 4 and 7 or 9 is 17, so we have to do that. We could do that, I think. Maybe? Maybe. That would mean that we need a 3 right there and a 1, 6 here. I think that's okay. But I don't see a problem with that either. Yeah, probably pencil marks will be helpful. So let's go ahead and 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, 6, 7. No 1s in here. No 3s or 4s there. So there is a 1 over here. We have 1 plus 5 is 6. So we need another 11. If we had 2 cells, that could be a 4, 7, I think. Need the mark button? Yeah, probably. I don't know, that feels like weird amounts of cheating. The red digits is already a little bit cheaty. My perspective. I've accepted it now, but it feels odd. Still. There's a 5 and oh, that's a 5 now apparently. Don't even know how that happened, but oh, that's all the 5s in the grid. That's how that happened. What else is here? Oh, that's it. That's it. Okay. So if it was, yeah, that's true. That's true. You got me there. Okay, so what is happening with this? What is going on? Well, if we just went up, guess that's fine. If we went up here, then we would need a 4 and a 7. 4 would go in here, that would be the 7, but then the 1 would be over here. So we would have to do that, right? We want the 1, 7, but that is a 1 or 7. So we'd have to touch that cell if we want to do 5 cells in here. But we can't do 5. We can't touch this cell and do 5 cells in here. It just doesn't work. So this has to be 4 cells. And therefore it has to do this. Right? Excuse me. Sorry about that. So then, yeah, that's really, really cute. So then this is 4 and 7 with a 1. So now we can get our 9, our 6, our 7, our 9. 1, 7 gives us a 6 down here. So that's now a 3. That's a 6. That's a 1. That's 8. 9, 8, 1, 3, 4, 6, 4, 7. No 7 there. That's a 3, 6. 1 and 3 go in. Those are not 1s, so we get a 7, we get an 8, we get a 1, we get a 7, we get a 1, we get a 9 and 8, and finally we get a 4 to finish off that 17 sum. I almost doubted myself. I almost doubted me. I almost doubted myself for a second there, but obviously it's not 9, so it is definitely 4. Yeah, I think it's probably a lower 4, but it's tricky. I think this was one of the steps where I was like, that's definitely 4. But everything else was really nice. I appreciated the help. There's a lot of things that I was forgetting. This was definitely a good one to solve with chat. Yeah, because then it makes me look slightly less stupid than usual. Good job, everyone. Let's not bother taking a break. We'll just go to the select next puzzle page. 1 second. For the first time ever. I think that's... Whoa, what is happening? I don't know what is going on. Hello? Weird. I don't know. Just broke for no reason. All right, let's get into it. So we have fill the digits, the grid with digits 1 to 9 so that no digit repeats in a row or column or 3 by 3 region. Which is kind of a weird thing because this is a 3 by 3 region. This is a 3 by 3 region. This is a 3 by 3 region. The red dashed lines indicate the boundaries of regions, and the cells on the lines are simultaneously part of both regions. So these three cells belong to both box 1 and box 2, and this cell belongs to all four of box 1, box 2, box 4, and box 5. So we can't repeat digits in the boxes. We don't need to have all the digits 1 to 9 in each row and column. No, it is my second squish doku. I think I did the original squish doku by Jay Dyer. Oh, maybe I did two, actually. I think I did the original squish doku by Jay Dyer, and then I did another one with zipper lines, I believe. Cells that are knight's move apart in chess cannot contain the same digit. So if I were to put a 1 here, then these digits, which are a knight's move away from the 1, cannot contain 1s. That is illegal. Knight's move is 2 over 1, or sorry, 2 up, 1 over. 2 over, 1 up, whatever. Cells in cages cannot repeat. So if this was a 1, that couldn't be a 1 because that would repeat in the cage, and it even knows that. And they sum to the given total. So these 5 digits sum to 16. These 2 digits sum to 13. It could be 5 and 8, or it could be 4 and 9. I was about to say 7. All right, so let's get into it. We have 5 digits that sum to 33. That seems kind of hard. Not that hard, though. We have 5 digits that sum to 16. That is actually hard. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I'm going to stop talking about this. This doesn't have that many options. It has to be one of these 3 combinations, either 4, 9, 5, 8, or 6, 7. These cells, I want to say contain both an 8 and a 9 for sure, but I need to think about it for a second. So if we had 7 to 4, that would be 11 times 2 is 20. 22 plus 9 would only be 21, or sorry, 31. So we do need an 8 and a 9 in these cells. Do we need a 7 too? If we had 4 to 6, that would be 15 plus 17 is 14 plus 17. That should be super easy for me. That's 31, isn't it? Isn't it? Feels low. No, 15, not 14. 32. 32. Oh my god. So it needs a 7 as well. Hello, Kodak. How's it going? Just over here failing at arithmetic. All right. So knight's move. We also have a knight's move, which is really weird in a squish doku. I guess we know that this digit does not appear in this cage, right? Because this digit is a knight's move away from that. So this can't be a 7, 8, or 9, I guess. Oh, we can say the same about this digit. And that digit, because that sees that by a knight's move. Oh, and that. What about that? Oh, that also sees everything. Not by knight's move, but by the fact that it's in both of these boxes. I think that's everything that sees both. So now we have a lot of row 7. Oh my word, again, I have to turn off the row numbers because this is like messing with my brain. Where is that? Row, column, labels. There we go. Okay, row 7, column 3. Yes, of course, this sees the entire cage. So that might be a better place to start because that's 5, 7, or 9. 7, 8, or 9. This one also sees the whole cage. And so does that one. So that's our... Nope. I was about to say that's... Because this one sees that by knight's move. I was going to say that's our 5, 7, 8, and 9 for this box, but somehow I keep missing one of those digits when I'm thinking about it. So... Oh, this one also sees that by knight's move. So this is also 5, 7, 8, or 9. So where does this digit live in this box? Those are good questions to ask. Because this digit can't live anywhere here, so it's in one of these two cells. I guess we can do some coloring. The central cell of box 2 only has one spot in both row 1 and row 3. Only one? What? Is that? It can't be there or any of those. Oh, and it can't be in its own box. Duh. So these two cells are the exact same. And it can't be in its own box. It can't be there or there. Row 3, are you sure? Oh, right, because of the fact that it's right there. So that's the same digit. I guess we can 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 it. I guess. Oh, no, it is not true. That is a good point. That is an excellent point. Because there's only 7 rows, but there's or 7 columns and 7 rows, but there's 9 digits. So it is not true to say that every digit has the same as oh, but we can say that this digit is there though, because in this box, this digit can't go in those cells because of it's in the same box. Those cells because it's in the same row. Those cells because it's in the same cage, and that cell because it's in knight's move. So these two are definitely the same. These that can't be there or there because of knight's move, and it can't be there because it's in the same row. So in fact, it does go there, and we can say the same thing we said before, but for a different reason. Yes, you were lucky. So then we can now place it in box 5, Carl says, so it can't go there or there or there or there. And it can't go there because that would put it in the same box as that, so it must be right there, which means that we can limit our thingamajigs to only being 5, 7, 8, or 9, which means this can't be a 5. No, wait. This is not 11. I don't know why I keep thinking this is 11. Because it has nothing to do with 11. I think I'm just stuck in the other puzzle. So I just did it again. That can't be a 7, right? I did it for the opposite reason. I was like, well, this can't be a 7 because it doesn't because it sums to 11 and there's no 4. But then I was like, oh wait, no, it's 13. So there can't be a 7 because there's no 6, but no. I got it for the same reason. Do we want a bet cell? I don't usually do bet cells, but we can do a bet cell. Which cell would be good here? I don't think we have math pesto in the chat, so has anyone solved this puzzle? We could just do row 5, column 5 if we want. Put a yellow circle in there or something. The ring of power, you know? Feel free to bet what this ring of power is. It may be revealed shortly, but... Oh, it's a 1. Just kidding. It's not. I'm just joking. That would be funny, though, if it was revealed literally 1 second after I said, before even anyone betted. Okay, so what about... Oh, no. It wouldn't be considered row 5, column 5, I guess. Row 5, column 5 transposed. So this digit goes in one of these two cells. This digit goes in one of these two cells. We do some more coloring, I suppose. We could make those orange and this pink. So those are already in this box now because they have to be over here. Because they can't go in their own cage and they can't go in those three cells because those are obviously not the same thing. What about this box? Those sort of have the, well, this one at least has the sort of same idea where it's in one of these two cells. But this one could be in a lot of places. So that's not quite as good. Hmm. Hmm. Where's the last? Well, the last 5, 7, 8, or 9 in this, in box 8 has to be in this column. But does it have to be the same as that? I don't think so, right? Because this one and that one could be the same. If they were the same, that digit would go there, though, which is not impossible. So, don't know if that is what we're supposed to look for. This digit goes over there in this box. That's important, I think. You know that's different, so we can color that up. Because the other 5, 6, 7, 8 also goes over here in this box. So we sort of have like, these are full of options, but they're really every single option possible, which is not super helpful, but something we know. Yeah, okay, it is 2 stars, so there has to be something obvious, right? I must be doing something silly. Oh, what about red in this box? Red can't go there, and red can't go there. It can't go there or there. So red is in one of these two cells. Red is in every other box, though, so that's the last red. Somehow we can't place it. What about green? Green is in the 14 gauge. That's interesting. I think I'll note that because it is quite interesting. Oh, that's weird. No, no, that's not true. I was gonna say this digit, if it's in the 33 cage, it has to be there, but no, it could be there as well. And it doesn't have to be in the 33 cage. Green in box 4. Ooh, that's interesting. Green in box 4 is placed there. So what about green in box 2? Because that is also... not quite. What about green in box 6 now? Yeah, good thinking now. So now that is a knight's move. So then we place it. So Then we get green is here. No, green can't be red because red is not in this cage. So red is actually placed here. That's good. And fill in our green so we don't forget things like green is not red. What about... Oh, that's all the red stuff. We did that already. Didn't we say something about, like, something could be over here, but it could be in the 14 cage? Something like that? I can't remember. Let's look at other digits in this box, because now we have two cells which can't have those things. What about blue? Blue can't be in here or there, or either of those two. This, I think, was what we were looking at, but that's not super interesting. And blue is in one of those two cells, but not that useful. What about this digit? That digit can't go there. Can't go in one of those two. It can't go there. And one of those three, I'm not going to mark that, I don't think. But that's the same as that, isn't it? Because that can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. So that's also in those three. Green is placed in box 7. Oh, nice spot. I completely just didn't even clue into that at all. Okay. Okay. The rows and columns are weird because, like, I want to say, oh, we have lots of things in this row, but does that even matter, really? Like, we don't need to fit everything in the row, so... Does it even matter that we have lots of things in the row? Probably not, right? Can we say that this is the digit that's missing in this box? Or this digit could be that digit, right? No, we can't say that this digit is in here. Because it could be there. The digit over here could be in here as well. We're really close to something like that, though. It feels... Is there some reason why that would be an issue with this box? If these two digits were the same, that would put that digit here. And then the other 5, 7 are not, or the other one of these can't be in this box. Well, it's in this box here. So then this digit would have to be low. So it would either be this or this. So then we have two low digits and a 5, 7, well, two low-ish digits and a 5, 7, 8, or 9. So if that's the case, then I don't know, there's so many possibilities for 14, isn't there? 4 possibilities, it says here. Oh, it can't have a... Oh, wait, this... I labeled that wrong. So it can't have... an 8 or a 9. It could be 5, 3, 6, or 7 whatevers. Yeah, there's not much there, really. There's got to be something we're missing, I think. Maybe instead we look, where does this cell go in this box? Because that cell can't be these 3 digits or that one. So it is one of these 2 digits. So this is 5, 7, 8, 9. and it can't be 8, 9. So it's either 5 or 7. And then this digit, that digit could be anything really. I mean, it can't be 8 or 9, but it doesn't really. Row 2, column 2 is now placed in box 4. I mean, we could get rid of blue. Blue's not really that important. Let's see here. So this is placed in box 4 because it can't be any of those playing knight's move, and it can't be that, so it's right there. Yeah, let's get rid of blue for 1 second and just see what happens. So this, let's say this is the new blue. This is the new blue. So then what happens to blue over here? Well, blue is in one of these two. So then how does blue work in this box? It has to be in one of these two. In one of these two. So then blue needs to go in this box as well. Can't be here from knight's move, because either one of these would be the same as that. Well, it's already taken, so we know that blue is in the 14 cage. Ooh, if that's blue, then we need to put a blue in this cage and this, or sorry, in these two boxes. Well, we could, no, we can't put a blue in here. So we need to put a blue in here and in here. That seems hard. That seems very difficult, doesn't it? That's impossible. Right? This can't be blue. Let's just run through that. Like, if this is blue, that can't be 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 blue. So okay, there's another way of looking at this. This is easier. Where does blue go in box 5? Can't go in any of these cells, and it can't get in these two cells because in this box, it's in one of these two cells. So it is here. That's the only place for blue. So now we know that blue is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Not very helpful, but especially because this, yeah, it's probably here, but it could be 5. So blue is either 5 or it's here. And unfortunately, this takes all the pressure off of all these 4 boxes. Oh, but it's not in the 17 cage at all, or the 33 cage. 17 cage. I'm stuck on the other puzzle. There's not even cages in the other puzzle. It was a line. Row 7, column. Whoa, what's happening? Okay, there we go. Column. Why? Just gonna reload this page because, like, for some reason, Doku pad is now lagging. Microsoft is probably like updating files or something stupid. Okay, there we go. Row 7, column 4, in box 7. Where does this digit go? I think it goes in one of those two cells, right? We've been through this before, right? I mean, then it would be there. So I guess this one is there, right? So this is 5 or 7, is what we're saying. I mean, it could be blue, but we don't know. What about this digit in box 5? Because it can't go there. It's in one of these two, so it can't go in here. Can't go there. So it's in one of these two. If it wasn't blue, it would be here. We would need to put it in these two cells, these two cells. How is this 2 stars? Like I'm missing something super obvious. Do we have more traction with like something that I haven't considered? Or something that I did consider and now forgot about? Maybe we focus on this digit. Like where does this digit go in this box? Well, it's not those two digits. It's not these digits. Not these digits. So it's one of these two. So then if it's blue, it's there, and if it's not blue, it's there. So what about here? It can't be in those digits. Can't be here. Can't be here. Can't be there because it's either knight's move or it's blue. Can't be there. This is so whack. How is this 2 stars? I'm confused. I'm confused. Okay, 33. How is 33 made? 33 has 7, 8, and 9. So that's... Does 33 only have one option in 5 cells? No. No, it doesn't. Because it could have 3, 6, or 4, 5. There's some problem with it having 4, 5? Not that I can see, really. Okay, maybe we should focus on, like, where does this digit go in this box? So it can't go there, it can't go in here. Can't go there. It's in one of these 3 cells. That's not useful at all. But isn't that the same for this one? That one is also in these 3 cells, right? They can't go there. They can't be that digit. They can't go there. Why can't it be that digit? Wait, can't it be that digit? Oh, well, no, blue sees that. Wait, this is in the same box. This is the same box. So both of these 2 digits go in 2 of these 3 cells. So, and they're not the same as these. So if one of them went there, then it would need to go here. Then where would it go in this box? There. That feels very difficult. There, there. Doesn't that mean it has to be this? But can't be that. Wait. If one of these two digits went here, then that digit would go here because it couldn't be either of these two because blue sees both of them and this digit is in this box. So then in this box, couldn't go there, it couldn't go there, couldn't go there. That's a knight's move away, so it would have to go here. And then in this box, it can't go there, or there, or there, or there. And it can't go there from knight's move, so it'd have to be this digit. But how could it be green? That doesn't make any sense at all, because green is literally in the same box. So, feels weird, but I guess that means that these two digits are the same as these two digits. Feels very weird. Okay, so what about that one? That one isn't in this box or box 5. That one feels very difficult to work with. That one can't be in here, can't be there, can't be blue. So it's one of these two. And in box 5, it can't be here, can't be that digit, can't be in any of those, of course. Can't be green. So then it's one of these two. Which makes it hard because then it could be... Well, I guess... Wait a second. If it was like this, wouldn't that have no place in this box? Is it... It can't be in this column, it can't be in this row. It can't be orange, right? No, it can't be orange. Could be purple, maybe. This digit be purple. Maybe? I feel like I'm missing something obvious because this does not feel two-starish. Okay, what about this orientation? That would give us a problem with these two boxes, right? This orientation would mean that these can't be that gray. That couldn't be the gray. So that would have to be the gray, which would put it there, right? Meaning that it's this one. So is that possible? Maybe? Well, either that's the case or it's purple. Why is this so hard? Like black? I don't know. That's right. That's the possible positions for this cell. Because this one would cater for these 4 boxes. This one caters for this box and this box. This one caters for this box and this one caters for this box. So I think, yeah, that would work. Okay. Crazy. I think we can get rid of the gray in this cell because now we're saying that gray is one of these two and black is this cell which goes over here. So gray is catered for in these 4 boxes and this box. Gray doesn't have a home here. So gray is in one of those cells. And it doesn't have a home down here. Gray can't be pink or purple, whatever you want to call it, because either one of these cells sees all of these gray cells. And that can't be gray because gray's in box 5 already. So gray can't be here, it can't be pink. It could be orange. Can't be in these cells, can't be green. I think it can be there though. So it's one of these two. And then if that was gray, that could be gray. But if these were gray and that was gray, then gray would need to find a home in this box, which is not in that box or that box or there or there. So that would need to be gray. That feels unlikely. Wait, doesn't that mean that gray is either orange or this one, which means that gray is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Right? Right, because these are the only 2 spots for gray in this box, right? They're here. It's either in these cells or this one. If it's this one, then gray has to find a place in this box. The only place would be not there, not there, not there, not there. One of those two. But in this box, it also needs to find a home. It can't be in either of these two, or those 3, or those 3. It can't be purple. And if it was down here, then it can't be that one. So it would need to be orange, which means it needs to be there. So it can't actually be there at all. In fact, this one means that one's in, which means that one is in, because this one would clash with one of these. So then, yeah, it's either this one or this one, which means that it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. We don't, only where we know the gray is. Okay. That's the only spot we know where the gray is. But it can't be, since it's in the 33 cage, it can't be 1 or 2. Be 1 or 2. Okay. This is madness. I want to see someone do this puzzle right, because I'm sure not doing it right. For sure. I feel very hesitant to say I am doing this puzzle correctly. Okay, but is it possible that black and gray could be from 1, 2, 3, 4, 6? That would mean they would have to be 3 and 6, and the other 3 cells here would have to be 7, 8, 9. Well, that's just saying, is it possible for black to be pink? Because gray is already from 3, 6, 4, 6. So is it possible that this is black? That would mean that that these are black. And black would be 3 and 6. And gray would also be a 3, 6. These would be 7, 8, 9. I don't know. That would mean that green is there. Oh, wait. Is it possible that green is in the 33 cage now? Now that we know that these are here. Green is in the 33 cage. That means this. And that means that it would have to be a 3, 6, and then black would have to be not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So we would get this pattern of black cells, and green would have to be the 3, 6, with gray being the 3, 6 as well. Green would have to be 3 or 6. So that green would have to be 3 or 6. And blue would have to be from those cells. Blue is not gray. Or wait, it can be gray. Dang it. No, wait, blue can't be gray. Blue is in the same box as gray. Blue can't be gray. No, wait. No, but gray can't be blue. Yes, gray can't be blue, right? Yeah, blue is in the same box as gray. So gray can't be blue. So gray is orange. Okay. Holy crap. I don't know what's going on. I'm just losing it, I guess. Gray is orange. So we can get rid of orange entirely, right? Or we can get rid of gray. I don't know. Let's get rid of orange, I guess. So now gray isn't here. So that's gray. So gray is 3, 4, 6. Not do anything. Why is this puzzle so hard? I don't know. I must be doing it wrong. Don't know what's going on. There's like 5 other cages that I wasn't given. Wait, you guys been talking and my chat hasn't been updating? I thought you guys just went silent. Oh my word, you've been talking this whole time. The last message I saw was 15 minutes ago. Oh my word. Okay, let's see what you guys thought. Using 17 colors. Where does the bet cell go in box 4? So it can't go in there, can't go in there, can't go in either of those, and it can't be blue, so it is there. Just do a yellow circle. It can't go in there, can't go in there, can't go in there. So it's there, isn't it? Can't go in here. So it's there. Can't go there, can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. So that's it. Oh, okay. That's really, really helpful. 5, 7, 8, 9. And it can't be. So it's just a 5. It's just a 5. I think someone did bet 5. Oh, congratulations, Carl. You bet 5. Good job. Were you the only person to actually bet and you bet 5? That's kind of hilarious. Hi, Sandra. How's it going? I tried out some of Sandra's puzzles recently and they're awesome. That's a 9 because it can't be an 8 because then this would need a 5. So we get a 9 in all of these. I've laid the groundwork for us. Oh my word, have we laid the groundwork for this? Oh, and 5 is not green. Yes. So then green has to be the 3 or 6, as we thought it might be. So now we have all of that. This is now either a 1 or a 4. Is it possible? Blue cannot be 7, no. So now these are blue. So now blue is 1 or 4. And that now it's 1. So it is 1. So this is a 6. So green is 6. Gray is 3. 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight. Losing its religion. That's a 2, apparently. That's a 2, apparently. That's a 4. Okay. I'm forgetting all the... Oh, black can't be 2. Duh. So black is not pink. Black isn't pink, which is very important. Because now we have that black is 7. Awesome. That's an 8 now. Keep wanting to fill in the row or column, but we can't do that. So these are 2, 4, and 8 from the box. The 8 goes over here. The 4 is there, so this is a 2, 8 pair. That's a 2, and that's a 4. Now the 2 gives us this. I'm so glad that Sven somehow managed to program that this works. Like, it actually does tell me that that's not a 2, which is crazy. That is now a 4, because this 4 blocks that spot. That's now a 2. That's a 2, because that can't be a 2. This is an 8. This is an 8. That's an 8. That's a 4. Only 353 minutes. Wow. Easy puzzle, right? Holy crap, that was so hard. I think I left it open for a while. Oh boy. I thank you to whoever spotted that yellow circle. That was just, yeah, that was definitely the key. I think it was more like 45 minutes, but I left it open this morning and walked away. Even this morning, it wouldn't be 6 hours, would it? I don't think so. That's weird. I don't know why it says 3:53. When I reloaded, it just went to a random time. Okay. I don't think I need a break, even though that was quite the puzzle for a 2-star. Wow, okay. I talked through the puzzles like last time, and I guess you didn't hear me at all. Cool. Because my audio just wasn't synced up for some reason. But I said when my audio was not synced up, I said, "Thank you, David, for donating. I really appreciate that. Make sure you take your extra vote for Setter Spotlight." The puzzle selections are all nuts. They're not all nuts. There's one for you. The poll is pretty close, so maybe I'll wait just a second because we only have 13 out of our 17 viewers voting. What a fun way to make people think they have free will. People put these in the pool. I didn't put these in the pool, well, except for the one by Jewel. I did put that in the pool. I didn't do this. Actually, I did, but whoops. Okay, we just have more confirmation for number 2. So we're gonna do number 2 by now. Okay, back to TC and bring up refraction. All right. Hopefully this one is slightly easier than that 2-star puzzle. All right, so we have normal Sudoku rules apply, regular 3x3 boxes, and we have digits on a gray line must be read the same forwards as backwards. So if I had 1, 2, 3, then I would have to do 3, 2, 1. This digit is the same as that. This digit is the same as that. This digit is the same as that. It's kind of like a mirror. And Renban, so these short little pink lines have to be consecutive, but they don't have to be in order. So they could be 1, 2, 3, or they could be 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, whatever you want. They just have to be in order. So it could be 4, 6, and 5, for example. I don't know why I said that in the wrong order. All right. Arrows sum to the digit in the circle. So we had 1, 2, and 4. That would sum to 7 because they sum to 7. That's how arrows work. Crappie dots. So there's only black crappie dots here, and there's no negative constraints. So they have to be a 1-to-2 ratio. So the simple case of that is 1-to-2, but you could also do 2-to-4 or 4-to-8 or 3 and 6, for example. And as Kodak is saying, it seems like this setup is rather intentional. So these are all going to be 6 or higher because they are 3 cells, and the minimum I can put into 3 cells is 1, 2, and 3, which sum to 6, and 9 is the highest digit. We have that these 3 digits are the same as these 3 digits, so they have to go up here because this digit would have to go up there. This digit would also have to go up there, etc., etc. So we can say, I guess I can recolor those purple and then just say that these are purple. And then do the same for all of them. That's the same setup for everything. And one of the digits in each of these is the same as one of the digits. Yeah, it's kind of like roping, but not. No, we're not using 72 colors, but I didn't even use the second palette in the previous puzzle. So, um, well, we know that one of the green digits has to be in a ratio of 1 to 2 or something. I guess we can label up the 1 to 2s with the only digits that can go on them. No 5s, 7s, or 9s allowed, because 5 is doubled to be 10, 7 would be 14, 9 would be 18. All those are not small enough. Yeah, we're wiggling the rope. Not sure what to think about. Oh yeah, no 1s can go on the long. So if I put a 1 here, then that would have to be a 2, and now we can't make this consecutive with 1 because we need a 2 to make it consecutive. That can't be a 1. And that also can't be a 1, and that also can't be a 1, and that also can't be a 1. Why does the Renban in box 8 have to be different than the other symmetric positions? I don't know. Something global, probably. I'll think about that later. Maybe now is later. So, okay. This is this palindrome thing is throwing me off because I'm not sure we can really say anything. I mean, I guess we can say that this digit has to be over here and over here. It's not very useful. Like almost just Sudoku. uh, hmm. I mean, it'd be kind of nice if we could rule out like 9s from these cells, because then we could say that there's 1s on here, and then none of these could be 1s. Hmm. Well, we can do some super pencil marking and just say that these have to be below 6. Those arrow circles are probably 4 9s. I think we can rule out 2s from the Renban. Why? That was a 2. If they're all 9s, it breaks the center cell? Why is that? Oh, because the 9s couldn't go on the palindromes, so they would be like this, and then the 9 would have to go there, but it can't go there. That's really whack. That's a 2. I just need to see this. If this is 1, 1 and 3, that would have to be a 4. This couldn't be 1, 2, or 3. I just don't really see how that breaks the... arrow. Oh, it's the wrong logic? Okay. Yeah, okay, so the palindromes couldn't be like 1, 2, 3. But unfortunately, the palindromes are not the same as the renban, so they don't have to be consecutive. One is uncolored. Right. Can one be uncolored in every box? That's a question with no obvious answer. Hmm. Gotta do a think here, I think. Bit of think. We have these two in a column together. Does seem somewhat interesting, right? I mean, it's more interesting if we don't have a 1 on them, because then we know there's a 4 on one and a 6 on the other. I bet that row 9, column 5 is going to be our first digit. Refraction is like the bending of light. Your glasses refract the light. In fact, where do the cells of left-hand Renban in box? The left-hand, these cells go in box. Oh, that's, wow. Okay, that is actually really cool. Okay, that is great. That is, how did I not see that? Okay, so these cells, let's color them. Color them, let's do a different palette. Let's go for dark green. So these cells, the dark green cells, can't be the light green cells. So those can't be those cells. And they can't be in the same column. So they are identically equal to these cells. Wow, okay, that's whack. So that can't be an 8. These are from those. Now let's look at this one, and we can call that dark purple, and then These would be dark purple. So these have to be from 1 to 6. These cells are the exact same. Let's do dark red. These have to be dark red. So that can't be an 8. Now these are not the same. 2 of them are the same. They have to be on the arrow. So well, we can do that, right? Dark blue. These are dark blue. These have to be from, this can't be an 8 then. These are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that can't be an 8 still. Right, okay. That's weird. But these can't be 4, 5, 6, so they can't have a 6 on them at all, right? Because if I had a 6 here, then this would be 4, 5. But then this would be 4, 5, 6. That doesn't work. So these can't have 6. And Alima points out that if we had a 5, then it would be 4 and 3. And that's 12, not 9, so that also doesn't work. So we can't use a 5 either. But 4 would be 9. So we can't rule out the 4s, but we can get rid of 5s and 6s in all of these cells. Then we can get rid of 3s in these 2 cells. And this we can't quite do the same. But this is either 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4. So there is a 2 or a 3 on all of these, which means that this can't be a 2. This can't be a 2. And that means that this is either 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4. So it can't be 7 or 8. These are all 6 or 9. And these, of course, just like their counterparts, can't have 5s or 6s. And they, just like their counterparts, all have 2s and 3s on them. Right, so this one is looking at that cell. So if this is a 6, this is a 9. And this one is looking at that cell. So it's either double 9, 6, or double 6, 9. So the green is actually the same as the red. Which one should I change? I think I'll change the red to green. That's the same. And these, we can make those the dark red that it was before. Right, the 2, 3 looks up. So we can use that wherever it appears, just in those 2 cells, I guess. But that means that these 2 cells are the 2, 3. Brilliant. So then where does dark red go in this box? Well, it can't be in any of those cells, and it can't be the same. So dark red is right there. That's a 6, 9. Now we have a 6, 9 pair. That can't be dark red or that, so that is dark red. And now we have a 6, 9 pair in this column, so that can't be a 6 and that can't be a 3. Where does dark red go in here? Well, it can't go there, or... I'm not sure if it can go there. Box 6 is even better. Is it? Oh, yeah, box 6. Look at box 6. These can't be... So a dark red is in one of these 2, right? Let's see here. So row 2, row 3, column 2 in box 7. Ah, so that's the same digit as that. So that has to be a 2 or 3. Right. And now in box 9, we can't put them in any of those. I'm not sure because okay, so it can't go in there, can't go there. It's in one of these two. Can't be there. I'm confused. Dark red equals 6 breaks row 8, column 9. Oh, why? Break row 8, column 9. Oh, because this, right, so if this is 6, then this is 1, 2, 3, which means that that can't be 1, 2, 3. So, and but if that's 9, it could work. But if that's 6, that would have to be 1 and 2. But then that would be 1, 2, 3. But now we can't put a 1 in there. So that actually doesn't work. So red, dark red cannot be a 6, which means that it is a 9. And we can fill in 9s and get rid of this horrible coloring. It was getting bad, and I was like almost ready to get rid of it. So that's a 6. This is now a 4. That's a 1. That's a 4. Oh, no, wait. One of these two is a 4. And probably get rid of the 2, 3 things. Now this can't be 1, and these can't be a 1, and these can't be 4s. This can't be a 4. So that is a 1 or 8. That can't be a 4. This can't be 2, 3, 4, so it can't have a 4 at all on it. Okay. That is slightly insane. Nell is insane, a little bit crazy. So those are 9s because the 9 can't go here and it can't go in any of those cells. So then there can't be any more 9s in columns 4 or 6 because we already have our 9s. An X-wing. And there can't be any 9s there, and that can't be a 9, so that is a 9. That's an 8. These are not 8s. That's a 1, which is crazy. That's not a 9 anymore, so that's a 9. What else? That's not a 1. Black dot box 4. Oh, nice one. That's a 2. That's not a 2. The 1 can't be in any of these, and it can't be there. So the 1 is in here, which means that it is on the arrow, which we already knew. Ah, we already knew that. Dang it. What about... 1 can't go in there or there, and that can't be a 1. So then 1 is in one of these two, which aligns with these. So then 1 is in one of these 3. It can't be there. So it's in one of those 2. That's so close. One of these 2 is a 3, 6, right? Because I missed it actually. Why can't it? Why? Why can't it be? Oh, because there's no 8. Where? Oh, the 8 from here. Yeah, okay. So one of these is a 3, 6. So the other one can't be a 1, 2 without breaking that. Because then we would have 1, 2, and 3 in here. So we need, basically, we need a 4 in one of these 4 cells. So if we need a 4, the only digit that can go with 4 is 2. So the 2 can't be with the 1. So this can't be a 2 or a 1. So it is a 2 or a 3 because there's a 3, 6 and a 2, 4 in here. So now there is a 1 on this Renban, which means that the Renban is 1, 2, 3. But that can't be a 1. So that's now either a 4 or 6. And now this 2, 3 pair gives us no 2, 3 there. Now we have 2 digits which are either 1 or 6. So this is a 2 or 3. Means that there's no 2, 3 here, no 2, 3 there. These can't be 2 or 3s. So then the last 2 or 3, this one, I suppose, goes here, right? Something like that. No 5 on the arrow. Oh, because of dark blue. Nice. So this is a 6. This is a 3. That's a 2, 4. That's either a 3 or a 1 or a 5. Those can't be 3s. So that's a 3. That's a 2. That's a 4. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. Crazy. Zigakli? I don't know what that is. Oh, Glum Hippo said it. I have no idea. No. Okay, so these digits are 4, 5, 7, and 8. We can use, this is 5, 7, or 8. This is 4, 5, 7, 8. This is 4, 5, 7. It can't be a 4 because of this. That can't be a 4, so this is a 4. That is a 4. Now this is 5, 7, or 8, and now we know that 2 of the digits on here are 5, 7, 8. I'm not sure what the other one is. This digit is 5, 7, 8. Oh, these 2 digits are 5, 7, and 8. So this digit has to be a 6. So there's a 6 in one of these 2. That's a 5, 7, or 8. Brain. These are 5, 7, and 8. 2, 3, 4 triple in row 5. Ah, nice spot. So what does that even mean? These are 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I guess that's 1, 5, 6, 7, or 8. So that can't be 1, obviously. 1 is in one of these 2 cells. Or no, 3 cells, sorry. Oh, these 2 cells, 5, 7, 8, 9. I don't know why I was like, oh, these 2 cells. 4 in box 1. Oh, nice. That's like almost all the 4s, isn't it? Oh, wait. 4 here, 4 here. So that's a 4. That's pretty useful because that's not an 8 anymore. So what does that mean? That means that one of these 2 cells is a 1, 6, and this is a 1, 6, so that can't be a, oh wait. No, that could be the 6 that goes there. This can't be a 1 or 6. That's the only thing we know. So this is 5, 7, or 8, right? 5 or 7? Yeah, 5 or 7. And that's the same 5 or 7 that's right there. So that can't be an 8. That can't be an 8. So now we know that these can't be 5 or 7, but we know that one can't be an 8. So that's an 8, and that's a 9. That's ridiculous. That's an 8. That's an 8. That's actually ridiculous. That's not an 8. That's an 8. X-wing on the 3s too? Yeah, you're right. The 3s now give us a 3 here. So that's a 2 and that's a 3. That's no longer a 9, so that's a 9. Cute. Cute stuff. That's a 1 and that's a 2. So that's a 5, that's a 4, that's a 2. That's now a 3 and a 4. I love how that bounced back and did all that stuff. That can't be a 5. So this is either a 6 or a 7. What the heck just happened? 6 or 7. Where is row 5, column 8, in column 9? There. Apparently. That's a 6, isn't it? Yeah, because, yeah, it's a 6. Whoa, I was just copying that over, but now that's a 7. And that's a 7, and that's a 6, and that's a 1, and that's a 1. Oh, we already knew that. Whoops. That's a 7 and a 5 and a 6. 5 and a 7. It's an 8. That's got to be a 7 because this is the same as this. What is this? That's a 5, so that's a 5, so this is an 8. This is a 5 and a 7, so that's a 7 and that's a 5. That has to be an... Oh, wait, what the heck? Okay. It was just because I mistyped. I was like, wait, what? That's a 5. There's a 6 in here, so that's a 6. This has to be a 5? Yeah. This is 6 and 1. Oh, wow, that was awesome. That was very nice. What is it? What does this even do? Does this do anything? I don't know. Oh, right. The solve time? Yeah, that was solve time was 1. That's cool. What does it do though? Okay, well, I'm gonna take a quick break and then we'll continue with maybe 1 or 2 more puzzles. All right. See you in a bit. All right, we're back. Short break, but we're solving puzzles, so gotta keep going. Gotta put in this poll. YouTube hates it, so it might take a minute. Start thinking about which puzzle you might want to vote for. Whoa, I'm just trying to add an option, come on. Wow, YouTube does not like polls. Wow, this is ridiculous. I'm trying my hardest. I don't know what's happening, honestly. I think it's the bit rate is too high or something. It's making everything really laggy. Okay. What? Oh my word. Okay, finally. We finally have the poll, guys. Oh my word. That was intense. You guys didn't see it, but that was very intense. So we have a Mudoku, uh, which I can't remember what the rules are exactly, but they're pretty simple, and I was intrigued by it. We have a proximity, which is like a parity sweeper kind of puzzle, and then we have a Happy New Year by Glum Hippo, which is some kind of multiplication killer cage type thing. We have 19 out of the, or sorry, we have 11 out of 19 votes, or 19 people who are here. I don't know if everyone is super present, maybe went to get a snack or something, but they forfeit their ability to vote then, I guess. So let's end it, and we have number two. Number two has been a popular number today. Well, I suppose we've only had like 3 puzzles, haven't we? So, or maybe 4. I can't remember. Something like that. So we have parity sweepers. I don't remember if this one, the rules fit. They did fit. Okay, we have the fit. Oh my word! Why is it doing this again? Yet again, it's like making me do this again. Okay. Let's move this up just. Okay. So we have normal Sudoku rules apply. Proximity cells. The digit in a square cell designates how many surrounding cells are of the same parity, odd or even. The digit in the circle contains or designates how many surrounding are of the opposite parity, even or odd. Proximity cell is not counted in the total for the count of the surrounding cells. So, oh, interesting. So let's say this is a 3. Well, then it's a circle, so that counts that there are 3 even digits around here. So 4, 6, 8, and then these would all be odd. Say 1, 5, 7, 9, 3. And with a square, we're looking at even digits around here. We count the number of even digits because that are the same parity as the digit in the square or circle. So let's look at this one to start. This can only be 1, 2, 3, or 4. Same with this one. Or actually, can't even be 4 because it's only around, not including itself. This one can only be 5 at most, these cells. This one can only be 5 at most. I guess the same is true of all these. So let's just throw them in. And yeah, it doesn't count itself. And we'll think about this. It's really modest, yeah. It's more of like a modest thing, modesty thing. So 5 is impossible in a square because they're not, and in a circle, isn't it? Well, okay, so that cell could be a 5, but these two cells can't be 5s because there's only 4 even digits, and last I checked, those can't. That doesn't work. If there were 5 even digits around here, we would have lots of problems. Similarly, if there are 5 odd digits around here, but also a 5 here, that would not work. The same is true of there. But here we could repeat digits. These 2 digits, or these 3 digits, could repeat in these 2 cells. So we can't exactly say that 5 can't go there. Row 8, column 1. Right, so we have the same kind of argument about 4 with, well, I would say this one's easier to see. So if this is a 4, then these, around here, we need 4 even digits. Well, that's not going to work because we already used a 4, so we only have 3 even digits left. The same is true of that one. That can't be a 4. If that's a 4, then these have to have 4... What? Oh, sorry. It's the other way around. These two count the same digits, and these count the opposite digits. So just think of what I said before over here is the same down here. So then this can't be 1, 2, 3 because there's a triple. Now this one, if there were 4 odd digits in here, that would be okay. O for opposite. Okay, interesting. Circles feel like sweepers to me, and then squares feel like the opposite of sweepers, but it's okay. I'll get used to it. So 1, 2, or 3. So in these cells, we need 1, 2, or 3. 1 even digit. Well, that would be the 3 then. If this was 3 odd digits, that can't be 3 odd digits because then there would be a 2 in here and that wouldn't be 3. So if this is a 2, that's saying there's 2 even digits, but then we have 2 odd digits here, right? Like if this is a 2, we need 2 odd digits in here. But this is a 1, 3, which is, we need 2 even digits in here. I keep saying the wrong thing. If we have a 2 here, there needs to be 2 even digits in here. But there's 2 odd digits, so we can't make 2 even digits in this cell. So this needs to be a 1. If it was a 3, there would be a 2, and there wouldn't be enough odd digits. If this was a 2, then there wouldn't be enough even digits. So this is a 1, and this has to be even to make sure that there's only one odd digit in these 3 cells. But the 3 needs, yeah, maybe we should use color for parity. So this is odd, this is even. That can't be a, what is happening? I accidentally pressed like the help button or whatever the heck it's called. So this is not a 1, there's a 2, 3 pair in this column now. But anyways, we have, so the 3 will need 3 odd digits. That can't be odd because if this is a 3, that will be a 2. So then the 2 odd digits will have to go, the 2 more odd digits will have to go over here. So then, good job on only 2 colors. We haven't gotten really into it yet, Lakia. I could maybe make this one green and this one pink if you want, because they're different. And then this one would be pink. So yeah, there we go. Kidding. I'm just gonna get rid of those now. For now. We might need them. Okay, so either these 2 are odd or these 2 are odd. If that's a 2, though, then only one of these can be even. 1, 2, 3. So this is always even, right? Because the 3 requires 2 odd digits. Yeah, the 2 requires 1 odd digit to limit its count, and the 3 requires 2 odd digits, 2 more odd digits. So then that will be all the odd digits. So this is always even. 2, 4, it can't be a 2, obviously. 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, but not 2. So 4, 6, 8. And that's a circle. So that counts the number of odd digits around here. It can't be 8 because that's already even. And if it was 8, then all these would be odd. There's at least 1 odd digit in one of these 2. There could be 2, but there's at least 1 because the 3 will have 2 odd digits next to it, wherever it goes. So if this is a 4, this has to be a 2. So that would be 1, 2, which would need these 2 to be even as well to count to 4, because this will be odd because this is a 2, so it has 2 odd or even digits next to it. So if this is a 4, these are even. Yeah. And both of these are odd. Actually, all of these will have to be odd, because if these were even, this would be a 6 if this was a 4, so those would all be odd. Interesting. So if this is a 4, it's quite forced. If this is a 5, it can't be a 5, because this is even. Okay, so this is a 4 and it's quite forced, like I just said. So that's even. That has to be an 8. If this was a 3, these would both be odd, but that one's already even. So this is a 2, this is a 3. These have to all be odd. This is even. That's obviously odd. And now we need 2 more even digits here for the 4. We need 4 more odd digits for the 6. So these are all odd. And now we can 5, 7, 9. These have to be 5, 7, 9, 1, and 3. These have to be 2, 4, 6, and 8. That can't be 2 or 4. That can't be an 8. That counts odd digits. There's already 4 of them, so it can't be 1 or 3. Oh, not 9, because 9 can't go in any of them. Oh, box 1, thank you. So that's a 3. See, I should have colored them, Lakia. Then I would have remembered. So this is a 1 or 2. So that's counting the number of that's counting the number of opposite parity digits. So if it's a 1, and there's only one even digit here. So that would be this one. Because if this is a 1, this is a 2 or 4. So this would have to be a 3. Which would say that there are 3 even digits, which would have to be those 3. Which would make this a 2-4 pair. Okay, interesting. So there's always a 2 in one of these cells, that's for sure. What if that's a 2? If that's a 2, there's 2 odd digits in here. That is much less powerful. Because, I don't know, there can be 2 odd digits in here, easily. Without really changing much of anything. Oh, but if there are 2 odd digits in here, if there are 2 odd digits in here, then... Sorry, I was thinking about something else. If this is a 1 and this was a 2, that wouldn't work, would it? Because 1, 2, 3, and then these would all have to be even, but we already have our 1 even. So this can never be a 2, can it? And then the next point I wanted to make was that if this is a 2, this can't be a 5, because one of these will be even, or sorry, one of these will be odd, because you can't fit 2 odds into here, and then this is saying 5 evens around here. But one of these is odd. So either this is a 2 or this is a 2, but if this is a 2, this is not a 5, so that can't be a 5. Sorry. Okay, I got that in a different way. Yes, you're right. These can't both be even. That's a different way of showing it, yes. There's a 7 over here. Oh, but that means that we have a quadruple. So there's 3s in one of these two. And then we have 7, 8, 6, 5, and 9. I'm just doing that to see because it will help me keep track of like even digits and odd digits, because there's only, I guess there's 2 of each. And not really helpful. If this is a 4, this is a 4. There has to be, well, there has to be a 4 in here somewhere. This is a 4. Oh, wait. Yeah, if that's a 1, that's even harder, right? Because if that's a 1, then that's definitely a 2. So that's the only even digit in here. But that doesn't work at all. Right? Because that would be 3, 5, 9. Oh, but that would be 3 odd digits for the 2. Right. Okay, so the 1 needs no even digits in here, and the 2 needs 1 even digit in here. So that can't be a 1. That needs to be a 4. Which means we have 4 odd digits in here. There's only 1 odd digit down here. Only 1 odd digit down here. We know that's odd, and that's even. These are all even except for 1. Well, if that is a 2, that's odd. Well, if that's a 2, those are all odd. How is 1 even working unless it's right there? Because if that's a 1, then these are all odd, which is impossible. So that can't be a 1. That's ridiculous. And then if that's a 1, we already know there's only one odd digit in here. So then wait. So that's even. So then all these would be odd. That does seem possible though. It's not possible for this to be even anymore. That's always odd. Because whether that's a 1 or a 2, that's odd. So that is odd. Now that's even because there's 1 even, 2 even, and then the 3 needs 3 evens. That has to be even. Now if that was a 2, that would be counting these two. So these would both be even. Yeah, we can make that. Oh, right. These are all odd, or even. That's probably useful. We made so much of an effort. Oh, whoa, what's happened there? That's 6 or 8. We made so much of an effort over there, probably for no reason. Why were you keeping it to yourself? Probably because I insulted you with the coloring. Yeah. That was kind of silly. Okay, so column 3 right. Those are blue. Can we say much about these? I don't think we can. Well, that's interesting. That can't be an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. It already sees 4 odds, so it has to be 4, which means that these are even. So that's a 2 or an 8. There's 6 in one of these two. I guess these are 2, 4, 6, and 8. I can get rid of the 4 from there. That already sees 3 evens, so that can't be a 2. 4 in box 1, right? That goes there. What about this 4 over here goes down there? Would those all be even? I guess so. I don't see why not. Which is weird, because usually that wouldn't work. Oh, well, there's 2 evens in here. So actually these can't all be even. So this can't be an 8. Which is not that interesting, but you know. Surely this is like now cracked somehow. Okay, well these are either both even or both odd, right? So those are the same color. And they're the same color as that. Three in box 4. Oh, look at that. Hmm. These are even, then these are all odd. feels not difficult for this, but like interesting, you know? This is 5 or 7. It's counting the odd digits around it. So it already has 4. Had these other 3, then it would be 7. But I don't see why it couldn't. The remaining circle in box 1. That is interesting. So that's counting the opposite things. Let's just fill these in because we just need to check. So 2, 6, 8. Well, it can't be 6. 2 and 8 are the evens. 5, 7, 9, and 1. Well, it's definitely not 1. It's definitely not 2. 1, 2, 3. These 3 evens, 2 odds right now. Can't be 8 or 9. Eight would mean these are all odd, which they're not. Can it see 7 evens? No, it can't. It can't see 7 evens. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's not enough. So it is a 5. Yeah, and 5, it's obviously odd. Yeah. Oh, so that's an odd digit. So it would need to see 3 more around here. That's possible. Oh, these are not 5. So that's a 9, that's a 7, and that's a 5, which gives us a 7 here, which gives us all these are odd. That's not 7 or 9. These are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I don't feel like doing them slowly. This square? Uh, it it's counting the evens, not the odds. You're right that it can't see 5 odds, 6 odds anymore, but it doesn't need to. Yeah. No worries. It's very confusing for me too. um, so let's see here. This one. We need 2 more evens around here. Seems difficult. 7, 9 pair in box 1. Row 3. Nice. Nice. Gives us another 6, 8 there, which gives us that this is a 1, isn't it? Well, there's no 6 or 8 in here, which means they're odd, which means that we already see 4 odds, so this has to be even. That's a 1, that's a 2. These are now odd. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Not a 7, not a 1 or a 3. Oh, that's a 6. That's an 8. That's a 1. That's a 2. That's very useful. Okay. 2 and a 6. Now, I guess these can be 5, 7, 9. Yeah, that would be interesting. So that's even, and that's odd. How have we not colored the 7? What are we doing? There's one even digit in here. What else? Well, if this was this is odd. Only one more odd digit in here. One more odd digit in this row. one more odd digit in this row. We know is a 3. We have 3, 2, 3, 4. So what can that be? It's counting the same type. So if that's a 2, that's already broken. That's a 3. Could work. That's a 4. That's a 4. That's a 6, which means that 3 of the, or 2 of these would be blue. But only one of these 2 could be blue for the 4. So that would have to be blue. Those would be odd. That would be blue. There's definitely a 6 in here. And there's an 8 up here. Okay, let's look closely at 3. If this is a 3, that seems difficult at second glance. Because then we would need 5. We need 5 even digits around it. That's more than 4. So we can think of the square and the circle in sort of the opposite ways sometime. It's like the opposite digit because, yeah. Okay, so, or wait, why aren't we looking at this 5? There's one even digit in here, right? Either the 6 or the 4. We already know if that's a 4, then one of these 2 is even. If that's a 3, that'll have to be a 6. That'll be a 4. Only one of these 3 can be even. Ah, that doesn't work, does it? Oh, you're right. That can't be a 6 because if it was, then this would be a 4, 3, and that couldn't be an even digit. No, not terribly useful right now. Okay, so this is hard to think about for some reason for me. If this was a 3, I'm just going to put it in. Then this would be a 6 because we need an even digit in one of these 2 for the 5. This would be a 4. We could only have one even digit in here for this 4 clue. So then at least one of these has to be odd. That has to be odd because this is a 2, 4, and there's an 8 up here, so this is odd. One of these 2 is odd. Then one of them has to be even, so that would have to be odd. But then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 odds in the column. That's what I was thinking is sounds like an issue. Oh, see ya, David. Have a good one. Thanks for coming out. We're figuring it out, Lakia. I've had a bit of a schedule crunch recently, so once I get past it, I can start scheduling. But yeah, we're figuring it out. So okay, so let me think about this again and try to figure out the best way to phrase this because it seems very difficult to phrase it without putting it in. Right, okay, so if there is a 3 here, then in these 3 cells, we need 2 odd digits, exactly, which is all the odd digits for this column. This is hard because it relies on knowing if this is a 3, this is odd. Because that has to be a 6 to accommodate the 5. This is the hard part. If this is a 3, This is a 6 to accommodate the 5. Then this has to be odd. And then there's another odd digit down here to accommodate the 3. So that's all the odd digits in this column. But if this wasn't also odd, then the 4 would have 5 around it. I don't know if there's a better way to do that, but this just seems insane. I don't know. If you see something better, let me know. I don't really like that, but can't think of another way to phrase it. Maybe this is not where I should be looking at all. Maybe there's an easier. Yeah. I'm just gonna put it in 4, 6. No 4 there. That's even. That is not a 6. We know that the 6 has 2 even digits in here. 4 can only have 1 more even digit around it. So since the 6 has 2 even digits in here, this one has to be even, because the 4 would have 2 even digits if those were both even. And we know that one of the even digits is in there, so that has to be odd. The 4 can only have 4 even digits around it. So one of these is odd. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 odds. So then these two are even, meaning that's an 8. That's not a 6 now, so that's a 6, which of course is even. Row 2 coloring. Yeah, I got it. These are odd, which are 5, 7, and 9. 1, 5, 7, 9, I guess. That's a 7, isn't it? That's kind of weird. Oh, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. There's a 7 in one of those two. I don't know. Yeah, it is kind of weird because it's not true at all. Column 4. Column 4 coloring, we get one more even cell at the bottom there. So that's a 2 or an 8. Where does the 6 go in this column? That has to be there. And then these, well, there's a 4 and a 2 left in this column to place for the even digits, and that can't be a 4, so that's going to have to be the 2. So that has to be a 4, and that has to be a 3 and a 2. That's relatively simple. Now we can probably look at this one. Well, we can color these all orange and that one blue. And can't color these yet. That's obviously a 2. The 3 up here. So actually that's a 3, weirdly. We can get rid of 1 and 9 from here. So that's a 1, I guess. Feels hard for 1 to be in either of these. 1 definitely can't be there. So 1 is in one of these 2 cells. So this circle tells us the other one, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 it has to be. Which gives us a 7 and a 9, a 5. Ah! What did we do wrong? We did something wrong. I think it might have been here. I don't know why these say 1, 9. I feel like those could be... Okay, I think we just missed this one could be a 5. I don't know why we had that as 1, 9. Okay, let's just go back, and the 3 is still valid to place here, but I don't think we have this as a 1, 9. I don't know why that couldn't be a 5. So that is a 5. That is true, I think, as far as we know. That's a 6 now, so those are odd. 8 and 6 going. We should probably double check that we didn't mess up. That's a 3, so this is a 1, 7, or 9. They're not 5s. That's a 3. 7, 9 pair in row 4. Yeah, so that's a 1. That's a 5, apparently. So this one cannot be a 1 anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no. Oh, I miscounted this. Sorry, I'm stupid. I miscounted this. I just didn't count this one. That is 5 already. So that's, yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. So that's now a 7, 9 pair, which gives us a 1 and a 3 and a 3 there. That's not a 1, so that's a 5 now. Now that's a 5 because of these 5s. That's a 1, 7, 9. That can't be a 5. That can't be a 5. Okay, now we have, now this is true, I think. This is a 1, 7, 9. Not a 7. So the 7's pointing down. So this digit can't be a 9 because no circle or square could be a 9, and it can't be a 1 because it already sees 4 odd digits, so it's a 7, which gives us a 9 and a 5 and a 1 and a 7 and a 9 and a 1 and a 9, a 7 and a nothing. So since it needs 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, those are all odd. And we can fill them in with odd type digits and see what happens. Well, this is a 5 apparently, this is a 1 apparently, and this is a 3 apparently. So that's a 9 and a 1 and a 5. And now down here we need a 4 and an 8. Those are obviously both blue. We know the order apparently. 4 and 8 go in. The 6 over here, there's a 4 in one of these two. These are blue, and there are 2, 8, which is determined by this 2. Now these two are a 4 just placed, which places that 4, and a something, an 8. I didn't think it was an even digit, so that's why I was confused. So there's a 6 in one of these two. That's obviously a 6, so that's a 6. Now we can color those all even. Rest of them are odd. We get a 9 here, a 7, a 9, a 7, a 9, a 7, a 9 here. This is going to be a 1, and that is a 5 to end off. Whew. Wow, that was an interesting puzzle. It was tricky, yeah. I found it tricky to keep the rules straight in my head for some reason. I don't know why, but it was really tricky to. I think it's just because they're like opposite type rules, so it's easy to get them mixed up. But um, once you get it straight, I think it's not actually that hard. It's just hard to get it straight for some reason. I don't know. I think I would read it too once if you're familiar with the rules, but it was tricky in some parts for sure. Um, don't know if I have time for one more. I just double check to see. I might have time, but don't think I have anything easy enough that we could do in the time. Because Jubal's was apparently a little bit more difficult than I thought it was. That's interesting. Um, Four in the center cell. Oh, that's true. Or could be either one because there's 8 and dividing by 2. Or dividing it in 2 parts. I mean, not dividing by 2. Well, sort of. Yeah, like this cell. Yeah, I have to pick up my partner, so I don't think I have time for another puzzle, unfortunately. But I enjoyed these puzzles. We did lots of fun ones, and I will definitely log my solves. And thank you, everyone who came out and watched, and thank you to the setters. And thank you for the patrons for sending me these lovely puzzles. If you want to send these lovely puzzles, then please check out my Patreon. Link in the description. I think. Maybe. All right. See you everyone later. See you everyone later. That doesn't even make. All right. Bye. I'm embarrassed now.